Before we get into the video, a couple of safety things we must go through. So first thing, unplug the machine from the power supply. Isolate that plug so nobody else can plug it back in while you're working on it. Wear some safety gloves because inside the machine is some very sharp edges. And lastly, if you're not confident doing this, contact your local repair agent to help you out. So in this video we're going to talk about how to properly clean and maintain the condenser found on a condenser tumble dryer. Now this is a part that often gets overlooked and it does tend to cause quite a lot of common issues. And a lot of it's down to a lack of understanding by the user on how you properly maintain this. So it's worth noting that if this condensing unit gets blocked, the end result is the dryer will take longer to dry your clothes. And as tumble dryers are quite expensive machines to run as far as electrical energy is concerned, it's worth maintaining this just to keep your bills down. And the way you do this is the condenser's nearly always found on the bottom left of the dryer. So regardless of the brand, it's nearly always in the same place. You've very often got some kind of panel flap that you need to drop down and remove, or as in the case of this one, it's hinged, so we need to push this button like that, and your condenser is always found behind it. There are usually a couple of lift up tabs that lock it into place. The purpose of them is when the condenser fits, these need to be in a closed position, so it needs to form an airtight seal around here for it to work properly. But to remove it, just lift up your tabs. I'll push that one down as the case may be, and it should come out quite effortlessly like that. So this is your condensing unit, sometimes referred to as a heat exchanger, but essentially any lint that does make its way past this filter in the door will start to collect in your condenser. Now there needs to be quite, it's hard to show you on camera, there needs to be quite a clear air channel all the way from the front there, all the way through the back here. So if you can take this out and look down there, and if you can't see the other end of it, if it looks like it's blocked, then it's going to need cleaning. Now it's very, very rare these actually need physically replacing. It's only in case of accidental damage that they need changing. Just about every other scenario, cleaning it is all you need to do to maintain it. Now the best way to clean these is to get some form of pressurized water flowing through this back of it here, and that water will run all the way through out the front, and any lint build up inside here will start to come out at the bottom there. Now they're a bit of an awkward shape and size, I'll be honest with you, and they're quite tall, and it's actually very rare that this plastic ducting comes off of the unit itself. So they can in some instances be a little bit too tall to fit under the tap in your kitchen sink. But if you've got access to an outside tap or a hose pipe, or you know, an even better thing to use if you've got access to it would be a pressure washer. Any sort of pressurized water you can blast through there will clean this out. At a pinch, you could potentially take it to your bathroom and get your shower going through there. You know, hot water from your shower will do a good job of cleaning it. Just be prepared for the fact that if it's blocked, you're gonna get a lot of lint coming out of here, and it is possible you might block up the plug hole in your shower or sink. But put simply, the cleaner you can keep this, the more efficient your dryer will work. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, dryers are quite expensive machines to run. So the common complaint we get with these is when that gets blocked, it's always reported to us that the dryer is taking longer to dry than it normally does. In some cases, they're having to put it on twice just to dry one load of clothes. As they're quite expensive machines to run, that is a scenario you don't want to find yourself in. So cleaning and maintaining this will make your dryer run more efficiently and ultimately save you money in the long run. Now, frequency of cleaning, might be another reason why it gets forgotten about in some cases. It doesn't need cleaning as frequently as the filter in the door. I recommend doing that before you use the dryer every time. This, I would say, just to keep on top of it and maintain it, probably once a month if you use the dryer regular. So cleaning it once a month will keep your dryer working as efficiently as possible. Now, you're going to get water flowing through there to clean it. It's worth noting that it doesn't need to be fully dry to put it back in. You can place the item back in while it's still wet, and it'll still work basically. Refitting it, dead easy, just slide it back in. You do on some of them get an up arrow to indicate this way around, but once it's in, lock your tabs into position, and that's just to form an airtight seal around there. And like I said, as long as you kept that clean, then your dryer should work as good as it's intended to. So that is how you clean and maintain your condenser.